Welcome back to the unit on linear relationships. Today's lesson is about writing equations in the form y equals mx plus b. The goals of today's lesson are that you can explain where to find the slope and the vertical intercept on both an equation and a graph, and that you can write equations using y equals mx plus b when you have the slope and the intercept, the vertical intercept, that is. So here's a description of y equals mx plus b. So we've been writing equations in previous lessons like this. Y equals something like 2 over 3x plus 5. And 2 over 3 has represented the rate of change, and 5 has represented the beginning value. And so the rate of change is represented by the slope here. This is the rate of change. So up here, this is the slope, which is represented by the letter m. And the y-intercept here is represented by b. And because we have the slope and the y-intercept in this format, it is called slope-intercept form. And we will use this throughout this course and when you're in an algebra course as well. So let's look at writing an equation based on this graph. So we're going to write in the form y equals mx plus b. So we need to know the slope and the intercept, the vertical intercept. So the intercept is here and it's at 0, 1. And the slope we can get by picking the next point that we can clearly see on the line, and we will just start at the y-intercept and rise to and run 3. So the vertical change is 2, the horizontal change is 3. So that's our slope. So now we've got our slope and our intercept. We can write our equation y equals 2 over 3x plus, and we just take the y value from the intercept, plus 1. And that's the equation of the line represented on this graph. If we already have an equation, such as here, y is equal to 20x plus 25, y equals mx plus b, slope is represented by m. So slope is 20 over 1, meaning that you would rise 20, your vertical change is 20, and then you would go 1 to the right. So you'd run 1 to the right. And your y-intercept, or your vertical intercept, same thing, is represented by b, and that is 25, and the point for that would be 0, 25 on the y-axis. So to summarize, slope-intercept form is in the format y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So to recall today's goals, you can explain where to find the slope and the vertical intercept in both an equation and its graph. And once you have the slope and the vertical intercept, you can write equations of lines using y equals mx plus b. And that's the end of today's lesson.